Hello friends, this is Sai Fanindra from SQL School. With over 15 years of technical expertise exclusively on the database and BI platform, business intelligence and analytics platform, I assure you complete practical trainings with 100% hands-on on our beautiful, colorful Azure SSIS course. Come on, let's get into the details of our Azure SSIS course. So here we go on my screen. So these are the list of courses that we offer at Microsoft courses that we offer at SQL School. So we have developer courses, the green boxes, and core MSBI or MSBI with Power BI and data engineer, Azure IS, AS and Power BI embedded put together called Azure BI. As per the Microsoft end-to-end implementation topology or the prototypes available at Microsoft site for the Azure business intelligence activities and implementation, the complete solution architecture concepts that includes Power BI, embedded analysis and sign-ups. And this particular course is more into Azure SSIS that involves sign-ups and Azure Data Factory. Let's get into our Azure SSIS course details. Well, our Azure SSIS course details involve total of 4 different plans. Plan A, exclusively for Azure SSIS. If in case you are aware of Azure Data Factory and sign-ups, you can right away go for Azure SSIS, Plan A. If not, you may go for Azure Data Factory and sign-ups, then go for SSIS. Or you may opt for SSIS, Azure Data Factory sign-ups and then Azure SSIS. If not, MSBI SSIS is more into ETL, connections, data warehouse design, and type 1, type 2 ETL activities, checksum, lookups, loops, parameters, fact loads, and deployment activities. And if in case a fresher or a person who is very new to Microsoft data platform and would like to pursue Azure SSIS, then they would start from the scratch, Transact SQL, then comes SSIS, then sign-ups ADF, and then finally comes the Azure SSIS. To make it more clear, I just refresh my screen. So you have module 1, the starting point, SQL. If you are aware of SQL, you may go for SSIS with ADF and Azure IS. If you are already aware of SSIS, then you can start from module 3, sign-ups ADF and then Azure SSIS. If you are already aware of Azure basics, fundamentals, ADF and sign-ups, you may right away go for Azure SSIS exclusively. Now, what is included in each of these modules? Good. Module 1 includes all about SQL basics, the fundamentals on SQL Server and the TSQL concepts, very basics. That includes queries, query writing, design, and basic ETL activities, the TSQL, data formatting, constraints, joins, group by activities, stored procedure functions and triggers, transactions with lock-ins and ER models for module 1. And Module 2 includes core SSIS ETL components. So these include right from the very basics of SSIS with ETL structures, transformations like merge, union, fuzzy lookup, and checkpoint properties, pivot transformations, loops, and expressions. With data warehouse concepts on type 1, type 2 SCD implementations, checksums, CDC, change data capture concepts and fact loads, migrations, deployments, and completely into practice-oriented lectures, including a nice real-time project on e-commerce domain. Module 3, which is into Azure environment. Module 3 includes the basics of Azure fundamentals to Synapse configurations, Azure SQL Server, database, Synapse, data lake configurations, data movement activities, and Synapse data loads, and working with Azure Data Factory with on-premise data sources, pipelines, integration runtime, and loops, pivot, and other activities including data flow and data wrangling activities. Power Query online edits, working with joins, multiple data sources, destinations, and big data loads. And module 4, the main core area, Azure SSIS, it includes right from the scratch on how to facilitate, how to provision the integration services in Azure with ADF. It includes migration activities, remote package access, feature pack installations and usage with examples, elastic jobs, ADF jobs for package schedules, and it includes versioning, import, export, ADF jobs, and security activities. Once again, the sessions would be completely into practice mode, no second thought. So all we do is to practice our examples, our lectures carefully on time. Sessions would be completely practical, no doubt about it. But main thing here, on-time practice important, friends. My kind request. We'll enjoy the game. It's very beautiful subject, Azure in general and Azure SSIS in particular. And we'll be starting right from the very basics of Azure SQL Server, right from the very basics of Azure fundamentals and Azure SQL Server. From there we start and slowly get into Synapse, then data factory and data load activities. Make sure we do on-time practice and we are able to get the maximum benefit from our course. With this, we'll stop for now. My kind request, make sure you choose the plan carefully. Let me take you back to the course plan page, the course plan screen. So here it is. If in case you're already aware of Azure Data Factory and Azure Synapse, you may directly go for plan A. If in case you would like to have a refresh of those concepts or you're very new to Azure, then go for plan B. Same way, if in case we are aware of SSIS, B should be fine. If not, start from C, SSIS, then ADF and Synapse, then Azure SSIS. If in case we are very new to Microsoft Data Platform, Then in such a case, better to go for complete plan D SQL module 1, then go for module 2 SSIS, then module 3 ADF and Synapse, finally into Azure SSIS. With this information, you may opt for either live online training, on-demand video training, or in-house classroom. The on-demand video training are as equally powerful as the live online training classes, completely into practice mode. Complete study material, handouts to be provided. You can contact our team 24/7 or reach me on my LinkedIn profile or my email address or call. Glad to assist you further. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. See you soon in our classes. Thank you once again.